Class 3A state baseball champion in Illinois, and raising the trophy in a couple of hours will either be the Springfield Senators or the Prairie Ridge Wolves. And hi again, everybody, and welcome to Schaumburg and Wintrust Field. Class 3A baseball, and we have had a thrilling day of action earlier on today. It was Prairie Ridge, the Wolves, coming from behind, scoring 3 in the bottom of the 7th inning to win 4-3, and that was followed by Springfield coming from behind to win an extra innings over St. Lawrence 6-4. I'm Dave Bernhardt alongside his Hall of Fame coach, Mark Lindo. And Mark, this is the culmination of what has been really an absolutely fabulous day here in Schaumburg.
Been a great day. Both these teams came with just incredible wins, each in their own right to get here. It looked like neither one of them would be, and now both of them are playing for a state title. Springfield comes in with 30 wins. Prairie Ridge came into the tournament with 13, but that doesn't matter now. Win number 20, they take home a title.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, for the Senators, 30-5 in a season under head coach Jim Steinworth. In his 34th year, 657 wins. Same lineup they had earlier today. Luke Flesner will lead it off the center field. He'll be followed by the catcher Case Sparks, batting third to third baseman Adam Passmore. In the cleanup spots, the sophomore Ryan Crum is first base. The left fielder is Jack Sweeney. He's a freshman, batting fifth. Griffin Burke, a sophomore, is the DH. He's batting for the second baseman Alonzo Veach. Cooper Burke, his twin brother, the right fielder, batting seventh. And it's Ben Hartle, the senior shortstop, hitting eighth. Joseph Crum, the pitcher, will once again get the ball to start things off. He will bat in the ninth spot. Defensively for Prairie Ridge, the Wolves, the home team, Eric Gibson in left, Matt Porter in center, and Will Komar in right. Third baseman is Dylan Bremer. Alex Malone is at short. Tyler Vasey at second. Jack Tobin plays first base in this ball game. Owen Brock's behind the plate. And they're going to give the ball to a sophomore. That's Trace Verbancic.
Verbancic with quite clearly his biggest start of the season. A 4-3 record, a 3.08 earned run average, 36 in the third innings pitch. He's punched out 35 in 36 innings, walked just 10. He'll face Luke Flesner to start this state championship game 3A, and to call it, the Hall of Fame voice, the play-by-play man of the IHSA, Dave Bernhardt.
Thank you very much, Mark. Always a very special night here. It's the final night of 3A baseball in Illinois. This has been an entire 3A day. And our first pitch from Trace Verbancic to Luke Flesner misses inside. Flesner, center fielder. We also saw him pitch and play shortstop in the semifinal win today over Washington. Flesner checked into the tournament with a .474 batting average from the leadoff spot. He goes after this one. He's going to send this one to right center field. That's going to find some grass. Flesner will roll this towards the warning track. He'll pull up to second base, and he's got a leadoff double for the Senators.
Boy, he took a fastball in the outer third. He was sitting dead red on it and just laced that ball between Porter and center Komar in right field. They chased it down not before the speedy Flesner could be the catalyst here, getting things going for his offense.
Case Sparks will follow him in the order. Sparks, senior catcher, 5'7" senior, 361 hitter. And let's see how Jim Steinwart looks to play this. Both these teams like to run. You're going to see action on the bases here tonight in whatever form it may take. Pickoff attempt. And that will drive Flesner back.
Inside leg move. He tipped that a little bit quick because he, instead of looking at home, he looked at Verbancic towards second. Flesner back easily, but maybe shortens his lead just a half a step.
Taking that lead behind the baseline as Verbancic drills a fastball in on the inside corner. Our umpires in this ball game behind the plate. It's Kevin Moore, John Sears at first, and Chris Chapane, the third base umpire.
Alex Malone, the shortstop, holding from behind. Got a little bit of daylight between he and Flesner, but a big hole on the left side.
Sparks went. Case Sparks 0 for 2 in the first game today. Who also walked and was hit by a pitch.
361 hitter on the season. Just 8 RBIs, so in the 2-hole, he doesn't get many opportunities to drive in runs. This time he at least wants to move Flesner over to third base with less than 2 outs.
Verbancic delivers, took something off of that. Sparks, the only thing he could do was foul it near the Prairie Ridge dugout on the third base side. Behind that dugout, massive crowd here of Wolves fans, and on the other side, the first base side, Springfield, of course, quite a distance from Schaumburg. They have a student body section is absolutely packed behind that first base dugout.
Urbanczyk gets it up there, not overly powerful, about 82, 83 miles an hour.
Ball 1-1-2.
He's going to have to hit spots throughout this game. Count on his senior catcher, Owen Brock, to lead him through these early innings.
Springfield capable of scoring plenty of runs. Up the middle, Flesner's going to have to get back. Malone stumbles a bit, still able to throw out Sparks.
Solid play all around. Good base running by Flesner as that ball was not hit in front, was hit behind him, but not enough to go. And a good play by Malone, looking him back, then steadying himself, squaring off, and throwing a seed across the diamond for the first out.
Number 3 hitter is Adam Passmore. Passmore in the semifinals singled and scored one of the 2 runs in the 8th inning. Springfield tied up the game with St. Lawrence with the run in the 7th. This ball is hit over the glove and maybe getting a piece of the glove by Malone, and that will keep Flesner at third base. And the Senators have runners at the corners with 1 out.
So 3 batters and 3 balls that were basically squared up. One a ground ball right at the shortstop, but that was a line drive that Malone just couldn't bring back down. Trickles into left field for a hit. Malone at 5'8". If he was 5'9", it would have been the second out of the inning.
That will bring us to sophomore first baseman Ryan Crum. Crum, power hitter, 6 home runs this year. He almost hit 2 balls out opposite field in the semifinal earlier today.
305-pound sophomore with a chance to drive in a run, delayed steal.
And now the run looking to score as Prairie Ridge executes perfectly on the delayed steal on first and third.
That's that play defensively. You work on dozens of times, and when it works, you just feel like you're picked up immensely because your defense executes to throw out a runner at the plate with this big, powerful hitter up and only 1 out. Now there's 2.
Moving into second on a stolen base is Passmore. And that was not even close at home. Urbanczyk delivers. Crum out in front.
Crum 6', 305, just a sophomore. 33 RBIs on the year.
Menacing figure in that left-handed batter's box. And this will enable Passmore to go to third. A wild pitch will send him there. Prairie Ridge looking to dodge one here in the top of the first inning. As we said, this is Senators offense that can score a lot of runs. Crum looks at strike 3.
Paint him right on the edge. A quality pitch at a critical time.
Defensive execution cuts a runner down and home, and the sophomore finishes off on the called strike 3. Nothing across for Springfield in the top of the first, and now it's Prairie Ridge's turn.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
Glenn Pecoraro, the 21st-year head coach for Prairie Ridge with 478 wins, will run this lineup out against Springfield. It'll be Will Comar to lead things off. He's a right fielder. Alex Malone bats second. He's at short. The catcher, Owen Brock, hits third. Matt Porter, Dylan Bremer, and Jack Tobin in the middle of the order for the Wolves. And they'll be followed by Nathan Kateris, Eric Gibson, and Tyler Vasey. Defensively, Swaney, Flesner, and Cooper Burke in the outfield. Passmore and Hartle on the left side of the infield. Veach and Crum on the right. That's Ryan Crum. Case Sparks behind the plate. Joseph Crum is on the mound. He gets to start once again here in this championship game.
5-0, 2.84 earned run average, 41 punch-outs. He gets just 15 walks. He pounds the zone with strike number 1 to start things. He can very diverse in his ability. He can start a game. He can relieve. He actually relieved twice in a single game earlier on in the sectional. So it's a nice guy to be able to give the ball to in different situations. None bigger than the state title game in 3A.
Crum started the semifinal game. He went 3 innings before Jim Steinwart went to his bullpen. At the plate is Will Komar. Komar, 5'11", 150-pound senior, a .421 average. He is a terror on the base paths. He waits on that. This is going to be tough. Veach quickly, underhand shovel, and they'll get him by half a step.
Oh, so important to get that first out. Oh, so important to keep Komar off the bases with his wheels. And Veach with a solid run-through play, something you work on, including every time you take ground balls, including infield practice, working on that run-through, getting through the slow roller.
Alex Malone, senior shortstop. First 5 batters in this lineup are seniors for Prairie Ridge. Both of these teams last year in the season that was lost, both of these teams thought they had the makings of a team that could make the state finals. And yet here they are in 2021. A lot of seniors did not get that opportunity last year, and this year these two teams both playing for last year's seniors in addition to themselves.
Malone will play at Madison Area Technical College next year. Definitely a collegiate type of player, really flashes the gloves infield-wise. One of their team leaders. Just an overall solid game by this young man playing shortstop.
Fouled back. Malone singled and scored in the deciding bottom of the 7th inning, a 3-run bottom of the 7th in the semifinals, the 4-3 win over Washington. Two and 1 pitch. It will go to 3-1.
Kevin Moore on the call, home plate umpire, one of the best there is at balls and strikes. Really good demeanor as an umpire. Works well with coaches and players.
1 out walk. Malone down to first, and that will bring up Owen Brock, number 3 hitter in the order for the Wolves. Brock, 345 hitter, 28 runs batted in coming into this tournament, this finals.
30 hits on the year, so he can put the ball in play with consistency as a run producer. Crum with a throw to first will continue, and so will the Prairie Ridge Wolves bench. Watch the feet that he has. They'll watch how they'll time his delivery, how long it takes to get to home plate. He wants to do that under 1.25. They'll also time his throw to first base, and all that goes into the analytics of the running game.
Brock can really handle the bat. Good hit and run guy. We saw that in the first game today. Malone stretched that lead about 6 inches. And it's the brothers Crum. Senior Joseph Crum to his sophomore brother. Can't say the little brother at 305 pounds at first base. That's Ryan.
Little big brother.
Good job by Sparks behind the plate.
Crum's going to have to mix his delivery. That was a very slow lead leg to home and a slow breaking ball. So we'll see if Prairie Ridge and Malone guess right on a pitch that he might want to run on.
He goes with the short step there, but leaves the ball up high. It's 2-0 to Brock.
He's got to do a little bit on the mound cleaning. He slipped on his landing spot there. Schaumburg's infield playing very clean here today. Clean and quick. You see a ground ball, and it actually kicks up some underneath dirt.
Very, very conscious of Malone.
Big gap in left center field. Should Brock be able to drive it between Flessner and Swaney in center and left, respectively.
And another throw. Long look to third base and head coach Glenn Pecoraro. Mike Skanesny's the first base coach for Prairie Ridge.
And he was in the ear of Malone after that throw over.
There he goes. And they were looking to hit and run there. That was a big-time cut, though, from Brock, as Malone will come back to first.
2-0. So he did look like he did have a hit and run, not just on his own, because a really good jump by Malone. And he was looking for a fastball, and he got that on 2-0, a hitter's count.
So here in the bottom of the first, the wheels are already spinning. One out, Malone at first on a walk. And Crum has thrown more balls to first base than he has to home on this at bat.
Not part of the 115 pitches he's allowed by the IHSA. Or by the National Federation, I should say.
And the count goes to 3-1.
So if you run on 2-0, you're probably going to run on 3-1. And you'll probably see a throw over.
Brock, the catcher for Prairie Ridge, step in. Malone stays. Pitch to Brock. He had a good cut. Now we're at 3-2.
So that is interesting. You run 2-0, but you choose not to on 3-1. Would you think the ball is either going to be put in play or ball 4?
Three balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Malone has his lead set, and he'll dive back.
The decision right now for Jim Steinworth, Springfield coach, is who is he going to have cover second. Normally with a right-handed hitter, it's the second baseman, shortstop staying at home, but sometimes they'll switch things up depending on where they think this ball's going to go.
And Brock has had enough. He takes and requests time.
We got a game within the game right now, and right now Malone is impacting the game with his threat to run.
He runs on 3-2. They'll ask for an appeal. He did not go. Back-to-back walks puts runners at first and second for the Wolves.
2 freebies have set the table.
Ryan Gregorio to run for Brock. He is the courtesy runner.
Matthew Porter steps to the plate with 25 RBIs on his ledger. We know he can put a charge into the baseball. 6 doubles and a triple on the season. An RBI opportunity here to put his team on top and maintain the momentum they got with their comeback win this morning.
Porter added another triple in that game today. Tripled and scored. That was the first run of the game for Prairie Ridge. Malone at second, Gregorio at first.
So Crum has been good in the strike zone with his fastball, but has not had command of his breaking ball. And the hitters from Prairie Ridge will make him get that over or continue to sit on number 1, the fastball.
Fastball just misses. 2 balls, no strikes, as Crum not only has walked a couple batters, he's been behind the hitters here in the first inning. Clean up batter Matthew Porter, he followed by Dylan Bremer. Battle of wills here in the first inning.
Long at bats because of the intensity of each pitch right now.
And that's a called strike. So on that delivery, though, you could see the runner at second base, Alex Malone. He was going back to the bag.
He froze him with his leg right there. He kept his leg up a little bit longer with the ability then to spin towards second. Chose to go home and froze the runner there.
That's hit hard. That's going to get down. That will score Malone. It's going to score more. It gets all the way to the fence. Here comes Gregorio. There goes Porter, headed to third. He has a 2 RBI triple. Matthew Porter comes up big. Prairie Ridge, the early 2-0 lead.
Well, you talked about his triple earlier. There's another one. As that ball by Swaney, he probably could have taken a better angle at that ball. He went at the ball instead of drop stepping and getting around it. Both runners score easily, and with the speed of Porter as he laces that ball to left field to the wall, a triple. The table is set for another run for Prairie Ridge, who we've mentioned it, and it's worth mentioning again at one point, or not at one point. They started this tournament a 500 baseball team at 13-13.
And Jim Steinwart is not wasting any time. He's got a pitching change after 4 batters. As he did earlier today, he brings Ben Parker into center field to replace Luke Flesner there, but Flesner comes trotting in. He will come to the mound, and he will do the pitching. He is the pitcher that Steinwart goes to when his team is in trouble in the middle of an inning.
We went to him in the middle of an at-bat earlier today on a 2-2 count, and he got the out he needed. So Flesner is used and relishes these kind of situations. Came into today's game with 2-2 record, 1.05 earned run average, always in high-octane situations. And he has one here trying to hold that runner on third base. And Matthew Porter, the speedy center fielder, with that crowd-raising triple to left field wall.
So we haven't gotten the official substitutions, but we'll assume Springfield will do exactly as they did in Game 1 today. Joseph Crum would go to third base, and that would push Adam Passmore to second, replacing Alonzo Veach. Veach is being hit for in this game, and so coming into center field, who will not be batting, and that will be Ben Parker.
Much too early to panic if you are a Springfield fan, because I know their players aren't panicking. They thrive on being behind.
They have come from behind for 5 straight victories here in the state playoffs. Prairie Ridge has a runner just 90 feet away and 2 runs in here in the bottom of the first with Dylan Bremer at the plate.
You can confirm Passmore is at second base. The entire infield in with 1 out and a runner on third.
Bremer waves at that pitch from Flesner. Bremer had a pair of hits and a run batted in. In fact, he had the game-winning hit in the semifinal victory in the bottom of the 7th.
Put a charge in that ball, laced it to right field to win the game in a situation you just felt he was going to get the job done, and he did.
A ball, a strike, in and out. A whole series of signs coming to Bremer. Porter fakes a break down the line. Slow roller out to the second baseman. Passmore gets it over to first base in a hurry, and Porter has to hold at third.
Batting next for the Wolves, first baseman number 12, Jack Tobin.
And that will back the infield up with 2 outs.
Good job looking that runner back by Passmore. Infield was in, got the ground ball they needed. So Flessner, his first man he faces, he gets the job done.
Jack Tobin, 25 runs batted in coming into this tournament, second highest on the team, a .283 batting average. Tobin checks it up. They will appeal. He did not go.
Flessner has really good late bite on his breaking ball.
Tobin was hitless in the semifinal. Two balls, no strikes.
6'4", 215 pounds is Tobin. We mentioned in the first broadcast for their team, he crouches over much more than you would anticipate, but obviously feels very comfortable with his batting stance.
Hits this ball hard into the hole. It's going to get into left field. Porter scores easily. It's 3-0 Prairie Ridge.
Big 2-out hit. They did not get the runner in with 1 out and a man on third. They got the ground ball. Did Springfield, but then Tobin, that's what you call picking up your teammate. When one guy doesn't get the job done, your teammate does. That is a big part of how team baseball works.
Nathan Kateris, the designated hitter, batting for the pitcher, Trace Verbancic. This will end up in foul territory. And the third baseman, Joseph Crum, will make the catch, and that will end the inning. But Prairie Ridge strikes for 3, a 2-run triple from Matt Porter. He comes home on a single by Jack Tobin. And after 1, 3-0 Prairie Ridge here in your 3A championship game. You're watching live coverage of the IHSA Baseball Championships on the NFHS Network. NFHSNetwork.com/IHSA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Illinois high school playoff action. Well, it was a tale of two halves of that first inning. Springfield had runners first and third, got nothing out of it. And on the other side, Prairie Ridge took advantage of a couple of walks and then got big hits from Porter and Tobin to plate 3.
And how about you mentioning those base on balls? The freebies will kill you. And if you look into this top of the second, if you're Springfield, you have to have no fear. You've done it, you've done it, you've done it, you've done it 4 or 5 times coming behind. And if you're Trace Verbancic, the sophomore, you just need to pound the zone, trust your catcher right here, Owen Brock, and don't beat yourself, but put the ball in the hands of your defense.
First batter he will face here in the second inning will be Jack Swaney. Chops this one foul. Swaney came up with the game-winning hit. His single scored a run, and after the ball got away from the right fielder, another run came in to score. That happening in the 8th inning, leading to the 6-4 win. That was in your semifinals, played just a few hours ago. Other years we would be talking about from one day to the next on a Friday, Saturday, but the format this year, the modified format, has 3A playing its entire tournament in one day, and then on Saturday from Joliet it will be 4A doing the same. Try to go in tight, a little bit too tight though to Swaney.
Like moving him off the plate, moved his eyes inside. You have a really nice choice right now between a riding fastball away or going ahead and throwing a back foot breaking ball at his back foot.
Swaney with a couple of doubles in a super sectional win over Charleston. You talk about the poise that he shows here on the baseball field. Swaney is a starting tight end as a freshman at Springfield High. He goes after that one.
Well, he had a pretty good hack with 2 strikes right there. He didn't give up an inch. He's able to take a fastball and foul it off. A high fastball at the top end of the zone.
Took a big cut at this one. The pitcher Verbancic calls for it, and he comes all the way and gets it. Or make that. Yeah, that was Verbancic. He came all the way through.
He wanted that from the get-go. Normally the third baseman's ball, Dylan Bremer. I guess when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. Probably not the way you're coached, but you'll take that first out of the inning.
With 1 out, Griffin Burke, the designated hitter. He is now batting officially for Ben Parker, who came in to play center field. Outfield playing the sophomore respectfully deep.
Really impressed with the poise shown early on in this game by sophomore Trace Verbancic. He does not look like a sophomore with his mannerisms at all.
For Springfield, this is a team with 12 seniors. And so you figure the seniors are going to get first shot, and they did. But then you just couldn't keep players like Ryan Crum, Jack Swaney, Griffin Burke, Cooper Burke, couldn't keep them down for long. The seniors accepted it.
Yeah, they didn't. Those young guys didn't. They weren't given a job, but they earned a job.
Urbancic mixing up his locations here in the second inning.
This is where you just got to go ahead and center cut your fastball. If he hits it, he hits it.
And leaves it up high, and a 1 out walk sends Burke to first base.
That's the one thing that will get you in jail. Walks to Malone and Brock. Started that rally against Crum. Started the rally for Prairie Ridge, and there's a base on balls with 1 out.
So the left-handed hitting Griffin Burke will give way to his right-hand hitting twin. That's Cooper Burke. Springfield chasing 3. This is a team that likes to run as well.
See, and Verbancic needs to let him know, yes, I'm aware that you run. I'm aware that you guys are aggressive. But again, he's got a 3-run lead. His focus has to be on his next pitch.
Cooper Burke at the plate, scored 3 times. Drove in on run on a ground out. Also singled and walked in the semifinal.
And played really solid defensively in right field.
Bunts right through that one, looking to push that bunt out towards second base. Second baseman is Tyler Vasey for Prairie Ridge.
And Owen Brock upset with himself. He did not catch that ball cleanly on that delivery because he was going to throw behind the runner on that ball that was bunted through. He thought he had a pretty good chance to pick off Griffin Burke.
This time, Brock has to go high to pull it down.
You got to give that pitch a chance to be chased.
Urbancic will drive Burke back. Right fielder Will Comar playing very deep for the right-handed hitting Cooper Burke. Curveball will get him. Out number 2.
Good change of speeds, probably 8 or 9 miles an hour off his fastball. Got Cooper Burke out on his front foot. He just couldn't stay back long enough. A late swing and a strikeout.
I'll leave it up to Ben Hartle. And in our semifinal game today, it was left up to Ben Hartle, and boy, did he deliver. A double, a triple, RBIs for both, but it was the job he did in relief that was absolutely outstanding. Hits this ball high, deep, hooking, and it is a fair ball. Well, wait. Now we've got, that will be foul. We lost it down into the corner. The stands by the berm juts out. We can't see it from where we were, but home plate umpire Kevin Moore called that one foul, and
he made that call in a very demonstrative fashion, and he made that call right away. So Jim Steinberg trying to get an explanation, but it's not going to change what he saw.
You know what makes this interesting is with the runner at first base, the positioning of the umpire is a little bit different. So you didn't have that true third base umpire who'd be staring
looking right down the line.
Yes.
And that's the mechanics of a three-man crew. So their mechanics were correct. And all you can say about Kevin Moore is he's one of the best there is, and he made that call in a very confident fashion.
So Hartle will get another chance.
Boy, he top-handed. He turned on that breaking ball that stayed up in the zone.
It becomes a long strike. Hartle headed to Heartland Community College. He waits on that one.
Heartland, a really good baseball school. Now, I understand right now, I think Burke's got to run now. It's not a runner's count right now at 0-2, but with 2 outs, you know, you're not playing for back-to-back hits. You want to try to create something on the bases. If not, you're still okay with Hartle if he would lead off.
Lead stretched just a tiny bit by Burke. He stays. Hartle's able to get a piece of this one.
So he had 2 different breaking balls to run on. And it's been a steady diet of breaking balls. He might get a fastball here. He got to lay off the ball above his hands.
Glance to first, the throw to first. Hartle at the plate. He's a shortstop. We also saw him outstanding in relief. We talked about Heartland Community College. He's recruited as a catcher. But Case Sparks has been outstanding behind the plate, and Hartle has been equally impressive at shortstop. There's a fastball. It was low.
So now you're going to get a breaking ball. I put my runner in motion here. And with 2 strikes, it's not a hit and run, but, you know, he's going to have to swing to protect. You might get some movement on the bases, and you might get a base hit by moving the defense. That's what you're betting on if you're Jim Steinwert.
Time is called. Matchup here of Hall of Fame coaches. Jim Steinwert from Springfield High, Glenn Pecoraro from Prairie Ridge. Each of them looking for their first state championship. Hartle, and rolls up the arm of Bremer, and this inning will stay alive.
So what you have for the Senators this inning is 2 runners on, still nothing up on the board, but the 2 runners are on via a base on balls and an E5. So you want to take advantage of those free base runners. They've been given 2 of them in this inning.
Brings us to the number 9 hitter, Joseph Crum. Big at bat here for the senior pitcher. who started this game in the mound. He's now the third baseman.
You mentioned the two coaches. They have over 1,100 wins combined.
That is a lot of baseball. 34th year for Steinwert, 21st for Pecoraro. Crum's bat never had a chance to reach that one. He hits with an open stance. .327 batting average from that ninth spot. Two balls and one strike. Trace Verbancic on the mound. A Bulldog who just keeps getting better, according to Pecoraro.
Seems kind of crazy. We're only in the second inning, and every pitch feels like it's the last inning of the ball game.
Pickoff attempt, they'll have him. Griffin Burke slipped trying to get back. He is picked off at second, so in each of the first two innings, the Springfield Senators have lost an out on the bases. And that brings this inning, the half inning, to a close. Nothing across, 3-0. Prairie Ridge to the bottom of the second. Dave Bernhardt and Mark Lindo with you. And Mark, we talked about how each tournament we seem to have themes, and we talked earlier today about the themes where pickoff throws to second base. And with the slip, we finally saw the out there. Finally saw the pick at second.
Yeah, we don't have a count, but, to the best of my knowledge and recollection, there's probably been in these 4 games maybe 16, 18 pickoff attempts at second. We've seen third base stolen, 7 or 8 times today throughout the course of the day. That's the first time that he used an effective, what we call the leg move, which you're lifting up your left leg with the ability to deliver the ball to home plate or spin to second base rather than the hop pivot 360 move to second base. That leg move, if you're slow with it, you can get a runner to start moving toward third. That's what happened on that play. And for the second straight inning, base running hurt the offense for the Senators.
7 batters came to the plate in the first inning for Prairie Ridge. 3 of them scored. So we start with number 8 in the order. This is Eric Gibson. As Luke Flesner stays, he came in relief, gave up the single, but then had a couple of outs sandwiched around that. Gibson to be followed by Vasey, and then back to the top of the order. Fouled out of play.
Gibson focused on winning a state championship, but he's also got to focus on his father, who is hospitalized, battling COVID, and been a tough road to hoe for the entire family.
They haven't been able to see his dad for that month period. And there's a good fastball from Flesner. Picked up the win in relief in the super sectional. Also had some pitches thrown earlier today. He has been a workhorse, I would say out of the pen, but out of his position. Little soft looper, down and a fair ball. Gibson starts this as he fists a single just behind first base.
I love it just because you got a situation where you need runners. Put the ball in play. Find some green grass out there at short right field. Just got that ball off the dirt part into right field, but put it in play. You got a chance, and now you get your leadoff man on, trying to add to that 3-0 lead.
With Tyler Vasey at the plate. Jabs at that bunt attempt. Vasey broke his collarbone in football, just returned 3 weeks ago. And, normally would say, well, you broke your collarbone maybe in October. Well, in this case, he broke it in March, April. That's when the football season was played, the 6-game season. So Vasey misfires on that first bunt attempt.
Yeah, you mentioned he punched it. You want to catch the ball with the bat. Just get out early, keep the barrel above the ball, get it on the grass, and make the defense execute fundamentally.
Joseph Crum at third base, about 60 feet away, and he's going to get closer once Flesner delivers this ball. Gibson the lead at first. A little fake bunt slash. But the count now 0-2.
That fake bunt slash only works if you have a young man or young lady, depending on the sport, that completely handle the bat. But if they can, you can create a lot of angles for your defensive problems.
Let's see if Flesner goes right at Vasey here. Waiting on deck, the leadoff hitter, Will Komar. I don't know that Gibson saw that ball pop out of the mitt of Case Sparks.
You go back through the years of you and I having the privilege of calling these games, I don't know if there's been, 4 games where teams have been run with as reckless abandon as they have all day long today. We've only seen one person thrown out stealing. We've seen a couple picked off.
Good cut from Vasey and a high fastball.
Had a really good job on 1 and 2 fighting the ball in on his hands. You have to have quick and strong hands in order to foul that off, and all that does is you live for another pitch, hoping that there's a mistake made by Flesner.
Ball and 2 strikes. Nobody gone here in the bottom of the second. This ball's hit deep to left field. This is curving towards the line. And this one's a fair ball. Gibson, he will score. Vasey motors to third. He has a stand-up triple. It's 4-0 Prairie Ridge.
He drilled that ball into the left field corner. Long run for Swaney to get there, and not before the second triple of the night, which is played at 3 different runs.
Baseball is such an interesting game. Vasey could not get a bunt down on his first attempt. His fake bunt slash resulted in a foul ball, and he ends up driving in a run with that triple as Jim Steinwert goes back out to the mound. Will he make another pitching change here? He made, as you said earlier, made a pitching change on a 2-2 count in the semifinal. You're talking about stolen bases and reckless abandon running. And a lot of folks, and I would be one, that says that's what's missing in professional baseball now. And it is so much fun to sit, especially the angle we're at, and watch it all play out.
Yeah, we've seen sacrifice bunts today. We've seen sacrifice flies. We've seen stolen bases. We've seen a suicide squeeze bunt attempt, which is all part of the game, which I think is still pure at this level.
You never really know until the Senators break their huddle on a mound who's going to end up with the ball to do the pitching.
Trying to get who the change is.
Do they go back to Hartle? When I say go back, I mean go back in terms of he pitched a lot in the first game today.
It is indeed number 3 back on the hill. So we'll take a look at Hartle.
Hartle pitched 4 2/3 innings today in relief.
Came in with a 0.54 earned run average. We don't have his pitch count from today besides his innings pitched.
So Ben Hartle will come to pitch, and he'll flip-flop places with Luke Flesner.
Luke Flesner goes just about anywhere, doesn't he?
Yep. Center field, shortstop,
Yep.
pitcher. Nobody gone here in the bottom of the second inning, and a 4-0 lead for Prairie Ridge.
Prairie Ridge started the season 2-6. They lost to Burlington Central on April 29th. Then beat Burlington Central. Cary Grove played about 500 ball, throughout April and the month of May until flat out catching fire through this tournament, 6 games in the last game of the regular season.
Well, the Wolves had not won more than 2 games in a row until tournament play started.
Yep, that's just crazy. Won their last regular season game, took them right back into the tournament play.
Infield on the grass. Top of the order, Will Komar. Now he's a good bunter. You have Vasey at third. He shows bunt. He pushes bunt. Here comes Vasey. Backhand toss. Not in time. The squeeze will score Vasey and pushes the lead to 5-0.
There's execution with the bunt game. Gotta love it. Didn't really expect it with nobody out because you have a chance driving a run, but that's it. Do the unexpected. Glenn Picarreo goes ahead and puts it on, and his team executes for him.
And now you can look for Prairie Ridge to step on the gas. Will Komar stole a base earlier today. He has 37 stolen bases on the season. At the plate is Alex Malone. He walked and scored an inning ago. Still nobody out. He'll pull back in a bunt attempt.
Komar can run, he can bunt, he handles a bat. So much you can do when your coaching staff has confidence in your ability to do those things.
10 batters for Prairie Ridge have come to the plate. 7 have reached base. Bunt attempt almost in self-defense. It'll be enough to get Komar to second.
Gotta love it, just putting pressure on the defense. On that play, Ryan Crum slipped. I mean, a lot of good things happen when you make a player have to execute defensively. Just keep putting pressure,
Owen Brock has been in the middle of scoring innings today. He was in the middle of one in the first inning, walked and scored. He came home on Matt Porter's 2-run triple. Porter's on deck.
Prairie Ridge third in their conference. Huntley and Jacobs both finished in front of them, but they're sitting at home watching right now.
Huntley was eliminated by a team that we will see on Saturday. That is Hananiga.
Prairie Ridge with good overall athletic tradition. They've had a chance to celebrate some championships in recent past.
Big-time football school. It's a community that expects success in the athletic field and in the classroom. There's activity in the Springfield bullpen. One wonders how long Hartle can go given the pitch count and just given how much he's had to work here today. How much is left in that right arm.
Pitching on fumes right now, but you're playing for a state title. You go out and do that for your team.
Burke fouls this off his foot. He'll shake it off.
3 walks have already scored for Prairie Ridge. 3 free passes by Springfield pitching have scored for Prairie Ridge. That's the way to make that hurt when the opposition gives you opportunities.
Komar takes his lead from second. Pretty good sized lead there. You know, and if you look at Komar, and his lead is more in line in the baseline rather than bowed back, and that may be a tip-off that he may be thinking about doing something with third base.
Yeah, he's playing geometry, straight line, rather than I'm going to be a little deeper and take away that angle.
Now he bowed back this time, and he steps in towards the line. He's got the third baseman up, and Crum, there he goes. Ball into the dirt. Sparks throw not in time. Great jump, great speed. Stolen base number 38 on the season for Komar.
See what that does with Komar. The third baseman, Passmore, was playing up at the cutout because Prairie Ridge has bunted already effectively throughout this tournament. So he's had to actually run backwards to try to take a throw at third base. And that's not easy to do because your catcher, Case Sparks, actually has to wait for you to get to the bag.
2 balls, 2 strikes for Brock. He's got a lot of room to work with. Nearly squeezed that between Crum and that first base line. When I say he has a lot of room, he has the infield sitting right on the grass.
Relentless pressure by the Wolves right now, stressing the defense of Springfield.
And that will score another run. Wild pitch kicks over the head of Sparks, and it's another 3-run inning for Prairie Ridge and a 6-0 lead.
So go back to Komar scoring. How'd he get on base? He got on with a bunt, which he had executed. Sacrifice on the squeeze, but then it was safe at first base as the play went to the plate, and then his wheels cruised around the base paths for his baseball team to create/manufacture a run.
And that may be all for Hartle here. And they will look to the bullpen this time. So Flesner is going to head back out to center field to replace Parker. So Luke Flesner will be playing his third different position here in less than an inning. And that means that Hartle will go back to short.
So the new pitcher for the center of Springfield is Mark Black, a 5'10", 145 slender senior. But his numbers are pretty doggone good. 5-0, 35 innings pitched, 2.20 earned run average. He's punched out 40 in those 35 innings, but a relatively high base on balls number of 19.
So Ben Hartle, who went 4 2/3 innings in the semifinal, only faces 2 batters here in this one. Gave up that bunt single and a sacrifice, and then the wild pitch. So the bases are clear. Owen Brock will come to the plate. 3-2 count. So the count means nothing to Jim Steinwert when he replaced the pitcher.
We saw him replace on 2-2 earlier today. We saw him replace 3-2.
Talk about the pressure that Prairie Ridge puts on you, and what a tough feeling that is for a team when you just feel like, in Springfield's case, you're always back on your heels.
Yes.
You know, which way? Where's it coming from next?
We were always looking. What are they doing next? Are they bunting? Are they going to hit and run? Are they stealing? I assume Hartle went back to shortstop.
He did. Flesner back to center
Yep.
field. Ben Parker leaves the game. So Owen Brock will resume his at bat with a full count. And Mark Black to work from the full windup. One pitch, and that will be a walk. That walk will be charged to Hartle.
So another base on balls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 5 unofficially? Base on balls allowed by Springfield Senator pitching.
Ryan Gregorio back in to run, the courtesy runner for Brock. We had a long bottom of the first inning for Prairie Ridge. We have a long bottom of the second inning. The cleanup batter, Matt Porter, what did he do the last time up? He tripled all the way to the fence to drive in two. His second triple of the day.
Prairie Ridge Wolves have two triples in this game, a 2-run triple and a 1-run triple.
Tyler Vasey had that triple here. Second batter in this inning, he eventually scored. He scored on a bunt. Ball gets loose from the Springfield bullpen, so he had a little bit of a delay.
Middle infield double play depth. They are in bad need of a ground ball. A ground ball at somebody.
Matt Porter did the pitching in the super sectional win. His pitch count exceeded 115, which means he was not eligible to pitch at all today. And yet Prairie Ridge has gotten themselves to a position here where they're comfortably ahead at the moment, 6-0. Porter hits this one high. Lesnar is there. That's the second out.
I have to laugh and make comment about that ball was just a medium deep ball to center field, but you can tell high school fans and students, they don't go to a bazillion ball games because they stood up like that ball that's going to go over the center field fence, and it was just kind of a lazy fly ball. But fun at how much they're into the baseball game.
You know what the great part about this? It's not like they're still in school. These are just students here. A huge portion of this Prairie Ridge crowd, students supporting their team, and some of them, they're former classmates. And on the other side, Springfield, the predominant number of fans here tonight for them are students. Black just tosses over for no particular reason.
Yeah, there was literally a 0-inch leadoff.
He'll throw over again, and Gregorio will go down. Gregorio scored a run. Courtesy running for Brock in the first inning. Our third place game, those numbers 3 and 3 in the bottom of the scoreboard here in the first and second inning of Wintrust Field. Those were the same two numbers
exactly
that we saw in that game. Washington taking a 6-2 lead over St. Lawrence before falling to the Vikings 12-6. The bunt goes down. Black slides a little bit as he picks it up, throws it low, and now the runner looks to go to third. Crum had to wait for his third baseman. He throws it to his brother, and they will get Gregorio trying to go first to third. And Glenn Pecoraro is not real happy. I'm not sure at who. But he just needs to turn a little bit to his left, look up at the board. He sees a 3 spot in the second, and he sees a 6-0 lead for Prairie Ridge at the end of 2.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
Happy you've joined us here today from Schaumburg. If you'd like to purchase a DVD keepsake copy of today's event, just click on the blue Get the DVD button directly under your event video player, or click on the Buy a DVD button on the top right-hand corner of the NFHS Network website. You can also click the digital copy button under the event video player to download a digital copy of the event That'll go right to your computer. 5 straight games in the postseason for the Springfield Senators. They have trailed. And, of course, to get to this point, for 5 straight games, Springfield has come from behind to win. This, a 6-run deficit after just 2 innings of play. Joseph Crum will start things off. He was at the plate when the inning ended, the top of the second inning, when Griffin Burke was picked off second base. So Crum will get the fresh count. Trace Verbancic, the sophomore, delivers the first pitch low. Springfield finished second in the state in 1985 under head coach Dan Callahan. Did it again in 2016 under Dim Steinwart. And there's an opposite field base hit for Crum. It was past diving first baseman Jack Tobin as Crum hit that ball hard, and he is on with the 3rd hit of the day for Springfield.
Batting next for the Senators, center fielder number 8, Luke Flesner.
Back to the top of the order, and Luke Flesner. Crum's base hit from that 9 spot. Flesner doubled to start this ball game. He was eventually cut down when the Senators had runners first and third. They ran a steal and stop from first base. And Prairie Ridge, after a throw down, was able to get Flesner. There's another line drive. That one goes to right field. Joseph Crum will hold right there at second. So in consecutive pitches, base hit to right field.
Springfield won't go away, and they don't need to think about, although they're capable, they don't need to think about scoring 6 runs in 1 inning. They just need to get 2 or 3 back here and take the momentum back right now, which Prairie Ridge has flat out owned early on in this baseball game.
Glenn Pecoraro will take the walk out to the mound. As he meets with his players there, the 3 outfielders will get together. So chasing 6, I believe it's hard for a team to put in their mindset we don't need to get them all back at once. 2 here, 3 there. However, for this team, they know what it takes to come from behind.
And if you're Prairie Ridge, you don't want to overthink this situation. You have a 6-run lead, so it's obviously not over. It's not in the bag, but you also, right now, the only thing you're saying is stay out of a big inning and keep attacking the strike zone. You'll get a ball at somebody. If your sophomore pitcher continues to track the strike zone and not beat himself, they'll be in good shape. And you got to believe they're going to put some more runs on the board as well.
Case Sparks bounced out to short his first time up. And the Senators very aware of pickoff plays to second base.
IHSA baseball, congratulations to South Central from Farina, a 4-2 championship winner. They've gone final over Glen Carbon and Father McGivney down in Bloomington Normal at Illinois State University. That one's over.
And they'll be playing the 2A tournament tomorrow. The fastball misses outside for our NFHS network crew. We'll get a day off before we resume action in Joliet in Class 4A ball.
10 a.m. See, that's what I was talking about. You have a 6-run lead, and your focus is on a runner at second base. He can't beat you. Attack the strike zone with the hitters.
He catches that outside corner. 2-1. That was a big pitch right there to get that strike rather than going 3-0. Sparks will be followed by Passmore. Double play opportunity here. 1 at second. Relay. Not in time. So Flesner cut down at second base. Joseph Crum advances to third. That ball was a little bit slower hit than when it left the bat.
And that's what I was talking about. Just continue to put the ball in play. Your team get a chance to get outs. And Alex Malone, the slick fielding shortstop, that ball was not hit hard enough at him. And I think he did not come after that ball as aggressively, but that's probably a smart thing there. He knew, just make sure of an out. Just make sure of an out.
One gone, runners at the corners for Passmore. We'll have a courtesy runner at first base for the catcher, Sparks. Urbancic over the top, and Passmore skies this one onto the berm, out of play.
Courtesy runner is Avery Pound, 6-foot senior outfielder normally. You would trade a run for an out right here if you're Prairie Ridge. Awful lot of timeouts called by hitters here today.
Yeah, and
9 games.
Verbancic, you likely saw him looking to run a fake to third, throw to first. He had no idea the timeout had been called a couple of seconds earlier. But he's committed to that play. Well, what could happen here? You could throw the ball away, and all of a sudden you can open things up.
Yep.
So. And that ball is going to get into left field, base hit, as Springfield will score its first run of the game. Adam Passmore delivers. Crum crosses the plate, moving to second is Pound.
Passmore takes advantage of the infield being in and over towards second, left a big hole on the left side. In a normal situation, if that had been a runner on, Malone would have been in perfect position to field that baseball.
Here's Ryan Crum. He struck out looking his first time up.
And he could make this a ball game with one pass at the baseball.
.305-pound sophomore first baseman. And number. Malone will come and get it, and he'll go through and under his glove. That will allow another run to score. It is 6-2, and advancing to third is Passmore.
Put it in play, you got a chance. That was a run-through opportunity for Malone, who's been pretty good fielding his position here today. He looked up at the last second. Got to know you got plenty of time with Ryan Crum going down the line. Opens up an opportunity for a big inning for the Senators.
They have 2 runs back from the 6-run deficit. Jack Swaney. Crum at first. Passmore at third. Some movement down in the Prairie Ridge bullpen.
Now Springfield won a 13-12 game against Chatham-Glenwood in the sectional. We could be looking at a high-scoring, close game as well before this one's all said and done.
Crum, of course, very short lead at first. Passmore, the short lead at third. Trace Verbancic on the mound. He spent a lot of time worrying about the runners on base, and now after the error, he is in a bit of a jam here. Swaney takes a big hack at it, fouls this into the stands.
Yeah, you have to create a focus and a balance between respecting the running game, which we have been complimenting all day, all these teams, and knowing score, inning, situation, what have you, and keeping your focus on the next pitch rather than the next pickoff play. There's a good balance between that. You have to find that balance in a game.
Ball and 2 strikes to Swaney. Right on the inside corner, Swaney goes down looking.
That was his best pitch of the inning because he got the ball right in on the hands of Swaney. I don't know if Swaney, you don't want to be guessing with a runner on third, guessing breaking ball. You got to put the ball in play, and he just was able to freeze him on that pitch. Trace Verbancic with a big out.
And he leaves it up to Griffin Burke. Fastball to start off this at bat.
Springfield already has had a good inning. They get one more run, it's a great inning for them to cut the deficit to half. One more run equals a great inning.
The changeup. That was a good one.
That was the best change we've maybe seen today.
Yep.
Way out on his front foot. The ball was up, probably where he didn't want it, but velocity 8 to 10 miles off where he did want it.
Now Verbancic in charge, a hit in the count, 0-2.
Had 0-2, and he did not get that high fastball to be a competitive pitch. Well out of the zone. Can't get a batter to chase that one.
Passmore at third, Crum at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The fake to third, looking to first, and the 305-pound runner was 3 feet off the bag.
Yeah, and you have 2 outs and 2 strikes on the hitter. I think you want to be in attack mode on the hitter.
And he gets him anyway. Ran that fastball away from Griffin Burke. Back-to-back strikeouts close out the third inning. But Springfield's able to knock a 6-run deficit down to 4 with this 2-run third. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Will Prairie Ridge stick some more runs on the board? Mark Black, the 4th pitcher of the game for Springfield. This is a hold'em inning for that young man. He will be facing 6, 7, and 8 in the order, starting with Jack Tobin.
His job right now is to keep his team that just put 2 runs on the board, keep them within striking distance. 5-0, Black is on the season, so he's been through some tough situations before. He's in one now. As you mentioned, his job, he's got to throw a 0 up right now.
Tobin singled in a run in the first inning. 3 runs in the first, 3 in the second for Prairie Ridge. Chopped foul. Joseph Crum, Luke Flesner, Ben Hartle, and now Mark Black. Those 4 pitchers all pitched in the first 2 innings. That ball's hit hard. That ball is down. The leadoff batter is on. Tobin with a base hit.
Did a really nice job sitting back on his backside and waiting for that baseball to get deep to him. Once he made the decision, went out and got it and drove it into center field for a solid line drive base hit. And we're going to have a pinch runner for Tobin.
It'll be Zach Benson to run at first base.
Tobin get a nice greeting from his teammates in the third base dugout. And the fans right behind that dugout.
Prairie Ridge got the leadoff batter on base last inning, and that led to 3 runs. Nathan Kateris at the plate. He's the designated hitter. Pulls back in a bunt and takes it for a strike.
Third baseman charging hard. Crum. Hartle going hard to second. Entire left side of the infield over. There's a throw to first without a leadoff.
We're pickoff crazy here this week. And again, just about a 1-foot lead. Black gets that ball, gets into a quick set. Kateris kind of had to rush his bunt attempt. So the idea with Black, and that is the conversation that our home plate umpire, Kevin Moore, is having with him, is let's not be playing his quick pitch game.
Yeah, that could have been called a balk.
Yep.
Preventative officiating, and it is there. I guarantee he gave him baseball and said, make sure you have a set count before you deliver the ball, or it is a balk / illegal pitch. Discernible stop is what the verbiage is in the rule book.
No ball, 2 strikes. Benson going back on his belly. That one got away just a bit from Black. We've spent a lot of time in this game giving signs. That's what happens when you have a couple of teams that have a lot of plays in their book. Short lead at first. Black delivers behind the hitter. What a job by Sparks. But nevertheless, it'll be Tobin that'll go down to second on the wild pitch.
That ball went behind the batter, Kateris. Sparks went far to his right behind the left-handed batter's box and knocked that ball down. So that could have gone all the way to the wall. Maybe could have gone to third.
A runner at second with nobody out. Count's now gone to 2-2. And it has reached 3-2.
Hartle goes back in the hole, so the holding of the runner goes back to the second baseman.
And I'm Passmore at second base. He sprints back to his position, but there's a base hit to left field. Charging hard is Sweeney. Here comes his throw. The relay thrown away. And Kateris will head down to second. The lead goes to 7-2 on the RBI single from Nathan Kateris.
Kateris laced that ball to the left side. And the good news, bad news for Mark Black on that throw home. The good news is he did what he was supposed to. He was backing up the play at the plate. The bad news is he was about 5 feet behind the catcher, so he was not able to bat that ball down. Thus, the runner Kateris was able to advance from first to second. And there's that run that we talked about as far as not getting the hold.
And that will end the pitching night for Mark Black as Jim Steinwart looking for someone who can quiet the Prairie Ridge bats. And once again, our new pitcher will come from the bullpen.
double check me or double check myself. It looks to be Richie Snyder. Snyder is a 6'5", 195-pound senior. Be his 12th pitching appearance. He's 2-1 with a 4.96 earned run average. 24 innings pitched, 28 strikeouts, 21 walks. So he's had some trouble being consistent in the zone. But another fresh arm.
And that is the 5th pitcher of the night for Springfield. And we do not have anybody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. How many times do you hear coaches, announcers, media members say, okay, championship game, all hands on deck? Well, yeah, all arms are on deck here tonight for the Senators.
Thus far, it's been the aggressiveness and the pressure by the Wolves of Prairie Ridge, and quite honestly, too many free passes allowed by the pitching staff of Springfield.
And the Wolves have put some barrels on the ball, too.
Yes, they have.
You know, and for both of these teams, their thrilling come from behind final inning wins in the semifinals seem like a distant memory right now. All focus is right here in this 3A championship game.
Well, they have to do something to stop the bleeding right now because Prairie Ridge just continues to come at you offensively.
And Eric Gibson, he led off the 2nd inning with the single. He eventually scored. He bats with nobody out and a runner at 2nd.
See, every time you show bunt, you're making the defense react. Gibson showed there, you're making them move. You're making them change positions. You got both the corners up. Angles, and more angles you're creating for your offense.
Fastball missed the bat of Gibson.
Kateris getting that big lead on the missed bunt. He's basically trying to coax Case Sparks into throwing behind him, and he would backdoor and steal 3rd if that happens. So Sparks, being the cerebral player he is, didn't bite.
Outfield turned towards right. A lot of room between the left fielder, Swaney, and that left field line. Gibson's base hit and went to right field as a line drive in the hole his last time up. But this is a bunt to the right side. And the out at first advances Kateris to 3rd. Eric Gibson does his job.
Make him play, move him over. Hit one within 90 feet again. Draw the infield in, put more pressure on the pitcher and catcher.
Tyler Vasey tripled in a run. That was just 1 inning ago.
He laced that ball down the left field line. Where right now, left fielder Jack Sweeney, he's got to be 100 feet from the line, from the left field line, easily.
And he is shallow.
Yeah.
You know, from where he is at right now, if Vasey hit the ball, the left fielder we're talking about, if Vasey hit that same ball, you'd have a chance for an inside to Parker here because it was a stand-up triple for Vasey as it was the last time.
Yeah. Sweeney would probably have, to that court, he'd probably have 40 yards to run.
And Vasey took a swing and he wanted to leave the yard.
Huge gap in left center field, huge gap down the left field line. Plenty of room for the ball to roll.
Nobody covering 3rd as Richie Snyder. A little fake throw there. Another big cut. Right through a high heater.
Got to change your approach right now if you're Vasey. From a drive the ball approach to a put the ball in play approach. Shorten your stride, get up off the bottom of the bat, put the ball in play. Drive in a run.
Fastball, boy. Check the leather on Sparks' glove because Snyder was bringing it.
Yeah, he's got more giddy up than I would have anticipated. He threw a couple quality fastballs, that one with good location.
2 outs to Komar, who will bat for the 3rd time in 3 innings. Leadoff hitter for the Wolves. And he is hit by a pitch, sends him down to first base, and I don't think he's going to be there for long.
You got a probable leg move coming up to fake the third, back to first. I don't think there's any secrets left with the pickoff plays.
Yeah, you used them up. Alex Malone, a walk and a sacrifice and a run scored here in this championship game. Prairie Ridge has one of the 2 runs back they gave up in the top half of this inning.
Glenn Pecoraro's had a fun time because he's been able to create. He's been able to push a lot of buttons.
Komar stays. Malone takes. Ball 1. Kateris at 3rd. Komar at 1st. Komar's running. Pitch is high, the fake, and Sparks will hang on to it. Stolen base. 2 of them in this game. 39 on the season for Will Komar. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Malone. It is vital that Springfield gets out of this, even though we're only in the 3rd inning. Malone didn't like waiting. Now he'll get back in. Malone a little bit tardy on that one.
Well, he really does have good velocity. Again, there's a situation where Richie Snyder, you don't need to overthink things. Just go ahead and gas him up. See what happens. Yes, he might make contact.
That was up and in. He has good velocity, but he also
really good,
hides that ball a long time. I think he's very tough to pick up. These Prairie Ridge hitters. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runners on.
If he's had a problem, it's 21 walks in 24 innings pitched. But he does have 28 strikeouts. That shows the kind of fastball he has that can get you punch outs.
Once again, time is called. It's coming from the batter's box. From the set, the kick. Strike 3 call right there in the outside corner. So Snyder is able to get out of it. However, Prairie Ridge gets one of the 2 runs back here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and they will take a 5-run lead to the 4th. Springfield's going to have to do some work again. 3A championship game from Schaumburg. Today's game is also available for all subscribers via the NFHS Network Live mobile app for Apple and Android devices. Download the app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store today to start watching live games wherever you are. Well, for those of you folks watching, if you're a Prairie Ridge fan, it's all good. 7-2. If you're a Springfield fan, you say, hey, we got plenty of time left. Speaking of time, this game has moved at a snail's pace. We've played 3 full innings, and we have had 90 minutes of baseball. I was going to say game action, but that's not necessarily true.
No, we have seen a lot of gamesmanship here. We have seen numerous timeouts called at home plate, which has been granted by Kevin Moore. We've seen numerous pickoffs at first base, numerous pickoffs at second base. And there's really never been a rhythm to this game that you expect from these two quality teams. They just haven't gotten into rhythm yet.
Trace Verbancic on the mound. That sophomore will face fellow sophomore Cooper Burke to start the 4th inning. The bottom 3 in the order for Springfield. Senators with 30 wins on the season.
Griffin and Cooper's dad, Brady, the sophomore coach, so a member of the staff, watching his sons being part of this joyride.
And he will head down to first base as he was grazed by that pitch. Leadoff batter aboard. That worked to Springfield's advantage last inning. They got the leadoff man on, led to a couple of runs. Ben Hartle reached on an error. That was in the second.
Five-run lead for Prairie Ridge. Need to play this 1 out at a time. Don't need to try to force a quick double play.
That ball's hit on a rope, a little bit of a hook, and it will get down in front of the left fielder, Gibson. So here come the Senators once again.
And they will keep coming at you, especially when you give them a freebie to lead off the inning with hit batsmen. They have an omnipotent enough offense that they can string together some hits. We mentioned earlier, I think in the semifinal game, they had a 10-run inning. So being down 5 in the 4th inning is really nothing to them in their offense.
Joseph Crum singled and scored in his only at bat here tonight. Crum goes after the first pitch.
Really got to compliment Springfield. I really like their black tops. They're really sharp looking, and their numbers really show well for the media and fans well on the back of their jerseys. But sharp looking game uniform.
Short leads at first and second. Crum will get the bunt down. Ooh, that ball nearly thrown away. But a sacrifice nevertheless for Joseph Crum. And that advances Burke to third, Hartle to second.
So if you get these 2, seriously, you're back in business. You gave up 1. If you get 2, you're back in business.
Good man at the plate, Luke Flesner. He has a couple of hits tonight. A double and a single in this championship game.
I can tell you right now, I'd like to take the odds. This game's not going to finish 7-2. So that's why every run, whether you're cutting into it or adding on to it, so important when you're still early on in this game from an inning standpoint, if not from a time standpoint.
Jam shot. That will score a run. There'll be an out at first and a play at third, a late break from second, and in there is Ben Hartle as Cooper Burke crosses the plate. The RBI ground out by Flesner.
So there's the first run. The second one they really need is on third base now. You're looking for a big 2-out hit from your catcher, Case Sparks.
All right, the Senators cannot trade runs with Prairie Ridge. They've matched the run to the bottom of the third with one of their own here in the top of the 4th. Urbancic over the top misses. I think he thought he had one there. nearly squirts away from Brock.
Went down to his knee to stop that ball on the outer edge. I tell you what, if you love baseball, 2A state finals tomorrow, 4A state finals on Saturday. So a lot of high school baseball to be played the next 48 hours.
Catch that all here in the NFHS network. Ground ball through, and there's the run that Springfield was looking for. RBI single from Sparks.
Big, clutch, significant 2-out hit into the hole for their leader as far as that, your catcher, Case Sparks.
Okay, so what has Springfield done? They were down 6-0. They cut it to a 4-run deficit. And now they've got it to a 3-run difference. And now Glenn Pecoraro will come out to the mound, and he's going to make a pitching change here with 2 out in the 4th inning.
And the believability factor has never wavered on the first base dugout of the Springfield Senators.
You know, and speaking of Springfield, do you think they'd like that first inning back when they had 1st and 3rd and 1 out, and they ran a double steal, a somewhat a modified double steal and stop, and had a runner thrown out at home?
And if you have a nice time here this evening, if you want to join us again tomorrow night, we're just talking about 90s night up here.
So Verbancic did his job. His sophomore will leave. He did allow 4 runs. Another on first base is his responsibility. But he kept his team in it.
Nathan Caleras checks in for Prairie Ridge. The Wolves pitcher is a 6'2", 185-pound senior. 3-1 record coming into this tournament weekend, or this tournament day on Thursday. 23 1/3 innings pitched, 21 hits allowed, just 6 earned runs. So a fine earned run average of 1.80, 23 punch-outs compared to 7 base on balls.
This was all part of the plan because Kateris started at first base in our semifinal. He was the designated hitter in this game as he was trying to get him maneuvered so that he would just come in straight into that pitching spot and maintain his spot in the 7th spot in the order for the Wolves. Avery Pound, once again, the courtesy runner at first base for Springfield. We have not reached the midway point of this game. It's a 3-run difference. You know, and to put that in perspective, let's just say it's 4-1. You think, oh, man, we've got a game here.
Well, same thing. Now, everybody in this ballpark expects Avery Pound to run at some point. And you know what? I'd go ahead and go on the first move of the first pitch. And if he lifts his leg, you got a great jump. If he doesn't, I mean, you just keep heading to second base and steal from behind on this left-hander. Because the left-hander's going to go over there. Get a big lead, draw, throw, and go.
Adam Passmore at the plate. He's 2 for 2 tonight with an RBI. Short lead at first.
There's that leg move, you know. If it's slow enough, you just outrun that ball from pitcher to first to second. Because you knew that one was coming the very first move.
Springfield is out hit Prairie Ridge 7-6. The Wolves have committed 2 errors.
I always like when left-handers don't throw to first base right away. They hide their move. You know, runners want to see it. I'm not going to show it to you.
Even though he hasn't had good cuts tonight, Springfield would love to get to the man on deck. That's the cleanup hitter, Ryan Crum. Passmore hits it hard to center field, giving ground is Porter. He'll make the catch. Passmore got all of it. But the Senators pick up 2 more runs, 2 more hits. Halfway through this one, 7-4 Prairie Ridge in your 3A title game.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
Anytime you're in a state championship game, it's very easy to say, boy, is this an important inning. But I really, really feel here, the bottom of the fourth, if Springfield can keep Prairie Ridge off the board, there's a whole different mindset on both sides of this field.
Yeah, because Prairie Ridge has put 3 up on the board in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third. They had 3 in their last at bat in the semifinal. So they're on a hitting roll right now. You have to get some kind of stop.
Still on the rubber is Richie Snyder. And a couple of strikeouts last inning.
If I was Snyder right now, I'd have a mindset, hit me if you can. Go out, go get him. He's going to be, 90% fastballs? Catch me if you can.
First batter he faces here in the fourth is Owen Brock, 3-4-5 in the order for the Wolves. Oh, he is pounding that mitt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brock seemed to call timeout before he even got that left foot in.
He's looking down at his coach with a 1-2 count. Not too many signs you can give there.
Snyder just misses up. It's all about dictating the pace. Snyder has wanted to get this ball and throw. He's on the rubber. And he's ready to come with it. And he'll get his 3rd strikeout of this game as Brock goes down leading off the bottom of the 4th.
Just flat out gas. And that's the way his approach should be as long as he's in this game.
Matt Porter, a couple of triples, 1 in the semis, 1 in the second inning here in this one. He drove in 2. And he'll get a gauge on that fastball.
And we talked about no rhythm or pace. This is the most it's been.
Yes.
Just right now. Get it and pitch it. Throw it up there. Challenge. Nothing fancy. Don't overthink it. Just power it.
He is hitting that glove with some velocity.
And you continue to be around there, you're going to start to get more and more borderline. You know, the plate will turn from 17 inches to 19 inches, 1 extra inch on either side.
Porter was right on that one.
So if you had a great change, you'd use it right now. If you don't, which I do not think that's in his repertoire, you're going to go fastball. Now you go fastball and elevate it just a bit more.
He went breaking ball and got Porter looking.
And that by far is his best hammer of the day. That one went straight down. And right now he is on a strikeout roll.
3 in a row. 4 of the last 5 batters. 2 quick outs here in the 4th. We'll bring up Dylan Bremer. How about Snyder here?
Oh, he is good right now. Came in with 24 innings pitched, which is like the 5th most amount on the team. But he looks like Cy Young right now.
They can't catch up to him.
No, he is just canned heat.
Bremer looked down to Pecoraro at third. Pecoraro just put his palms to the ground, towards the ground, said, okay, just settle down. One, two, three, and the Senators pour out of their dugout to meet Richie Snyder. He strikes out the side. A 0 goes up on the board for Prairie Ridge. And the Senators, who at one point were chasing 6, now down 3. We'll go to the 5th inning. Your state championship game here on the NFHS Network.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
You're watching live coverage of the IHSA Baseball Championships on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com/IHSA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Illinois high school playoff action. We will start the top of the 5th inning. The cleanup hitter, Ryan Crum. Lefty versus lefty. Crum, who has put 2 balls in a warning track in left field in our semifinal game, has struck out looking and hit a slow nubber towards short. He reached on an error. Those are his 2 at-bats here in the championship game. Nathan Gutierrez on the mound will bounce that one in and even up the count at 1-1.
Richie Snyder's 3 strikeouts in the last half-inning pitch by him has really picked up the momentum for his team. Really good pace, really good challenge. Hit me if you can. That's the way the game is meant to be played. We'll see if right now Gutierrez stays as aggressive.
From the count in his favor at 2-1. Each of the last 2 innings, Springfield has put the leadoff batter on base, and that man has scored. It goes to 3-1.
That was a breaking ball, I believe. He got underneath that. That just spun, didn't get any break at all.
Leadoff walk in the 5th. Now Jim Steinwart, a decision to make. Does he run here for his first baseman here in the 5th inning? Appears if he is not going to.
I concur with his decision. You've got to believe you're going to need a run in the 7th inning of this ballgame. It's interesting he did that down only 2 in the semifinal here today.
Jack Sweeney will look at ball 1. And his catcher, Owen Brock, tells Gutierrez, pull it down, pull it down.
It was Cooper Burke getting hit by a pitch that led to 2-run inning, last inning that got it going. Now a base on balls to lead things off.
Sweeney likely taking all the way. Looks at strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sweeney is fouled out to the pitcher, and he is struck out looking.
You always, right now, just know Springfield's not going to go away.
A check swing, he got a piece of it.
As very good of a hitter, as good an athlete as Sweeney is, he just does not look comfortable lefty against lefty in this matchup. He's almost got to dive into this baseball to try to hit it the other way.
And he was going the other direction.
Yeah.
Last time up, he struck out in a fastball in the inside corner. That was against Verbancic. I don't know that Gutierrez can beat him there. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nobody gone here in the top of the 5th inning. Sweeney will go down looking for the second time tonight. This on a curveball.
He just did not track that ball well the whole at-bat. That breaking ball on the outer edge froze him. 3rd consecutive left-handed hitter coming up against the southpaw, Nathan Gutierrez.
This is Griffin Burke. Burke has walked, struck out swinging his last time up. Give credit to Kateras. He came back after a 5-pitch walk to Crum. Burke stares down, ball 1.
It's just another inning where all Springfield needs, honestly, is 1 run. Just 1 run. Just continue to get into that lead.
2 balls and no strikes. A little bit of adjustment in the outfield positioning, bringing the outfielders in just a bit. Sophomore Griffin Burke with a big swing and a miss.
Jack Tobin holding on Ryan Crum with a left-handed hitter up. I don't know if I wouldn't play 1 step behind him in case he turns on a ball, even though it's not likely the way he's, the slants of the left-hander.
Three balls, 1 strike. The count will go to 3-2.
Jim Steinwart, third base coach's box, quite honestly, doesn't look a bit concerned. He just has his team in a position to have an opportunity to come back here.
Steinwart with over 1,200 games coached in his high school career. And that misses just a bit outside. Second walk of the inning by Kateras. That will push Ryan Crum to second. And now is when Steinwart may go to the bench and go to a runner for Crum with him out at second base.
And now he can score on a base hit from there. Interesting about Jim Steinwart, he's from Aurora. He was doing his student teaching. He found it in Springfield, and that's how he got into coaching, basically. He coached under Dan Callahan, legendary coach that has taken this team to the tournament. Dan Callahan then went out at Eastern Illinois, and then Southern Illinois before his passing a few years ago, but made a big impact. And Jim Steinwart went there from Aurora and never looked back. Made his whole career and life there.
So Avery Pound will come on. He has been a courtesy runner, but now he is the pinch runner for Crum. He's at second base. So that was in the head of the Hall of Fame coach all along is, okay, I'm not going to waste a pinch runner with my guy at first base. I'll wait till he gets to second. We have 1 out here in the 5th in that exact situation. We've got a lot of numbers on the board. Only 3 of them are zeros. Prairie Ridge scoring 3 in the first, 3 in the second to take a 6-0 lead. Springfield answered with 2 in the top of the second. Prairie Ridge got 1 of those back, or in the top of the third. Prairie Ridge got 1 of those back in the bottom of the third, and a 2-run top of the 4th inning for Springfield before keeping Prairie Ridge off the board in the 4th.
Now 2 base on balls. It's giving Springfield another opportunity.
Well, here's what you have. You have third baseman Dylan Bremer playing very, very close. The runner at second is Pound. The runner at first is Griffin Burke. On deck is Ben Hartle, who has been swinging a hot bat here today. Now the third baseman backs up a bit. To the right side, will it stay fair? And it was touched, and it's a foul ball, and the bases are loaded.
The bunt game. Anytime a bunt gets down, I get excited. Make a team make a play. Perfectly executed. The pitcher could not make the proper play. Probably should have let that ball roll foul. Instead, a walk, a 40-foot bunt, and the bases are drunk.
Woo. Oh, man. In a 3-run game, Ben Hartle singled and scored. And Hartle takes time before that right leg can kick up from Kateras.
And you really feel like Prairie Ridge had built that big lead. They're just trying to hang on. And there's too many outs to get to hang on.
Huge at bat here for Hartle. Kateras can't find the zone on pitch number 1. Corners are in. They'll come home with it. Middle is back. Two and 0.
Kateris only had, and I mean that affectionately and with respect, 7 walks coming in, just over 21 innings pitched. So about, 2.5, 3 a game per 7 innings pitched, but 2 already in this inning, and now behind 2 and 0.
Hartle was going after it.
And that was an off-speed pitch on 2 and 0. They was able to get in the zone. So a quality pitch at a quality critical time.
Three and 1.
Game situation.
Ben Hartle, a .338 hitter. And again, Hartle will request time. Hartle a double and a triple in the semifinal, a single here in this one.
Really the first time tonight there's pressure on Prairie Ridge defense right now.
3 and 2 with 1 out. Joseph Crum on deck. Pound at third. Griffin Burke at second. Cooper Burke at first. Ball hit high, deep, right field. Slicing. It's a fair ball. It gets down. 1 run scores. Here comes the second. Here comes the tying run. A bases clearing triple from Ben Hartle has tied this game at 7.
You got a couple base on balls. You got a bunt hit, and you have a bomb to right field that just stayed inside the line. And 6-0, trailing Springfield. We got them right where we want them. It's what the Senators probably felt. And once again, I look at Jim Steinward. He wasn't even all that excited. He's been there, done that, tried to keep it even keel for his team. And we mentioned them just pecking away, and they did. Couple free passes and a small ball bunt created havoc in this inning.
So Prairie Ridge will go to their bullpen once again. Seven runs on 9 hits.
Yeah, and remember I told you this might be like 10-9 or 11-10. And that's where we're going right now.
As we said, Springfield won a 9-inning game, the sectional championship 13-12 over Glenwood.
New pitcher is Jake Larson. 3.15 coming in, 18 strikeouts, gets 6 base on balls, 20 innings pitched, a 1-2 record. Larson, number 16, the third pitcher.
Where you look at the scoreboard here at Wintrust Field, it really tells the story. Right, that early 6-0 lead, and in the last 3 innings, Springfield has scored 2 runs, 2 and 3 here, and we still only have 1 out and a runner at third.
This is the 8th pitcher between the two teams trying to get innings out of that bullpen. Remember, people that pitched on Monday were not able to pitch today if they exceeded that limit. It's the 7 innings today, 5th inning this evening. So you're looking for innings eaters and out getters.
Are you feeling a potential squeeze here, or do you think that Joseph Crum's just going to swing away?
I think they're going to give him a first ball fastball, and then I would think there might be a squeeze.
Crum had a sacrifice bunt his last time. It's one thing to advance a runner from first to second, and another to advance somebody from third to home. When the crowd goes quiet so we can all take a breath.
You know, I'm going to be perfectly honest. It hasn't been the prettiest game, but it's obviously very entertaining when you're tied in the middle to late innings of a state championship game. Like I think you were alluding to before, it doesn't matter if it's 0-0, 5-5, 7-7, or 15-15. We got a tie ball game.
Jake Larson came in the 6th inning in our semifinal. He struck out 4 of the 6 batters that came to the plate against him. This is Joseph Crum. Infield on the grass. He takes that hack on a fastball.
Yeah, he was sitting dead right there. It's that fastball we talked about. Jim Steinwert is not going to give a sign. Now, that does not mean anything because, they could have said the first fastball of yours, then we have this on pitch 2 without making any signals. And that's exactly what happened.
It was a safety squeeze. Nobody was coming.
So that was predetermined. You get the first fastball. After that, I'm going to have you bunt.
Now Larson looking for the strikeout or the pop-up. Ahead in the count, 0-2, the pitch. That's an out at first, and that's a run at home, and that's a lead for Springfield. Joseph Crum just protecting to stay out of the strikeout, kept it fair, enabling Hartle to score. It's an 8-7 lead for the Senators.
That is as good of handling the bat in that situation in a state championship game, down 0-2, and you just quite clearly you throw the bat toward the baseball, get it on top, and drive in the run.
Back to the top of the order, and Luke Flesner, he's hitting for the 4th time in 5 innings in this game. My, oh my, how this game has changed.
Eight runs the last 3 innings for the Senators from Springfield High School.
Big hack from Flesner. He's 2 for 3 tonight.
We talked about it way back at the beginning. It seemed like every pitch was high octane. And then we had the big lead by Prairie Ridge. But the last couple innings, every pitch has mattered again.
Flesner is able to hold up. A bases-loaded triple from Ben Hartle scored 3, and then Hartle came in on the infield groundout. Flesner past Larson to second. Vasey can't handle it. Flesner may have beaten that one out anyway.
And you got speed aboard.
Flesner was picked off earlier today. He's stolen 24 of 25 bases.
Catcher number 4, Case Sparks.
Case Sparks, the 8th batter to come to the plate this inning.
Don't think the coaching staff of Springfield, former players, Brett Trumper, Brady Crum, Ryan Dorr, those guys all are former players for Coach Steinwert, now playing in the state championship game as his assistants.
Keeping a close eye on Flesner over at first base. Sparks will step back in. The lead from Flesner. Not a big one. He'll go back diving safely. There he goes. The throw from Brock. Not in time. Another stolen base on a runner in scoring position.
A smaller lead, but a better jump, a running jump, if you would, on that steal of second. Owen Brock, not much of a chance at all. See, once again, you have the shortstop hold by Alex Malone, and that we've seen the ball go through that 5-6 hole a few times here tonight, leaving a lot of ground in that hole. Two and one.
Sparks singled in a run last inning. All 8 runs have scored here in the last 3 innings for Springfield. High chop. Malone on the run, the easy toss to first. And that will close out the inning, but what an inning it was for Springfield. They pick up 4 runs, the big blow. A bases-loaded triple deep into the right field corner by Ben Hartle. He came in on a ground out, and with those 4 runs, it will be Springfield with the 1-run lead, 8-7. We go to the bottom of the 5th.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
Richie Snyder on the hill for Springfield. He has struck out the last 4 batters he has faced. He has struck out 5 in the 2 innings he's pitched. And he has just been pounding the strike zone, and he will look to pound it against Jack Tobin. Last time Tobin was up, he singled, scored a run. That was in the 3rd inning.
Snyder 6'5", 195, over the top, hides the ball well with really good giddy-up. And if he has any kind of inning, I realize I'm making a mundane statement, he struck out the side, but just the way he got the ball, wanted to release the ball, the tempo, he just flat out felt it. He's going to try to create that tempo of this game. Prairie Ridge has been consistently stepping out of the box, trying to negate that tempo.
Tobin with a pair of hits today. Fastball for a strike to start it off. Prairie Ridge scored its 7 runs in the first 3 innings. Springfield scored its 8 runs in the last 3 innings. Right through it on an inside heater.
145 bases for Prairie Ridge coming in. They've been running tonight as well. All they got to do is get somebody on base to try to create some things. But I'll tell you what, Richie Snyder's got something to say about that. He right now thinks every time he releases a ball, he's going to get a strike call or a swing and miss. He has been able to miss barrels in his short stint here tonight.
Good cut right there. Tobin was right on it, didn't get it all, sends it back into the screen.
Yeah, they really had, honestly, that's only the second foul ball that has been tracked properly. There was one last inning, that one, what we mean by that is straight back, he's on it. And the last time that happened, he went with a breaking ball next and froze the hitter.
He does it again!
There it is, it's all about selection there.
5 consecutive strikeouts from Richie Snyder.
So his catcher, his coaching staff, they know that was a good pass at the ball. We're going to come back with something off speed. Gives up about 10 miles an hour and gives up about 8 inches vertically. That ball dropped right down, freeze him for a K.
Jake Larson now will hit. He's in that spot that was occupied by Nathan Kateris. Larson replaced him on the mound. Larson just 1 hit and 5 at-bats this year.
Good job right there. You knew he was going to take with those limited at-bats. Now he won't, but you had to make him throw a strike there. A little catch-up baseball.
And that one will sting, but it will send Larson down to first base. He'll sprint down to first.
That's one of those that hurts so good because you know that was a fastball in the high 80s, but he goes ahead and takes first base with that sprint. He's going to get a courtesy runner. And the biggest thing that does, yes, it puts the tying run on base. But what else does it do, Coach Bernhard? It takes, for the first time, it makes Richie Snyder, who's been really compact, succinct with his delivery, throw out of the set/stretch position. And we'll see if that makes a difference with his arm angle, because a lot of times your lead leg doesn't catch up as much out of the stretch as it does out of the windup.
Luke Bounds is that courtesy runner for the pitcher at first base.
And we'll see this very quick, the first couple pitches, if there's a noticeable differentiation.
Eric Gibson at the plate. Slow roller left side. Shortstop up with it. No play for Hartle. The third baseman, Crum, couldn't get there. Hartle couldn't get there either, and now runners first and second with one out.
Well, it's interesting, and I did have my eyes on the entire figure. Hartle actually was breaking towards second. Why, I don't know, because there was not a runner going. Then the ball was hit in front of him. He was going toward the second base bag. They're coming to the baseball. Then he had to right his ship, try to come through the ball, and just couldn't make the play.
Tyler Vasey has swung the bat well. He did strike out his last time up. He goes after this one. Base hit to right field. Right fielder Burke up with it. Being waved home. Here's the throw. He is out. Cooper Burke comes up with it in a hurry. The throw was up the line, and that was exactly where Case Sparks needed to be.
Boy, did he get on that ball. Cooper Burke in a hurry, and he got rid of that ball lightning quick. That ball was picked up and gone. He just got the ball in and let his catcher, Sparks, do the rest. They've dodged a bullet, at least for that out.
The tying run is at third. The go-ahead run is at second. They each moved up on that throw for the leadoff hitter in the lineup, Will Komar. Komar hitless tonight. You'd like to have him at the plate in this situation if you're Prairie Ridge.
Out of the stretch right away, Prairie Ridge got some better looks at the baseball. Put it in play a couple times after being in a strikeout streak.
Working from the full windup. Blow it by Komar. Now, normally you'd say you don't want to do that because you give a big jump to the runner at second. But I think this is all about rhythm here.
Yeah, there's no doubt he is much more comfortable. Rhythm, tempo, confidence, all of the above when he is in the windup.
Just missed. 2 balls and a strike.
Borderline Moore. Kevin Moore did not call that a strike, but if you stay right around there, if you're Richie Snyder, you'll be in good shape. Down and in, just off the inner edge.
2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. The curveball. Strike 2.
He has not thrown many curveballs, but he has. It's been really effective, hasn't it?
He's hit it when he's needed to, and Glenn Pecoraro is coming down to make sure Komar doesn't have too much of a conversation with home plate umpire Kevin Moore. And I think Pecoraro came down for that reason. And however he's asking, was that on the bunt attempt or was that a called strike? But it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on in a 1-run game. Snyder shakes off the first sign. He wanted to go breaking pitch. It's 3-2.
Really good job going to his knees, rounding his shoulders. Case Sparks blocking that breaking ball in the dirt.
First base open. Alex Malone on deck. Prairie Ridge fans making the noise on the third base side. Countered by noise on the first base side from Springfield. Here's the 3-2. Got I'm looking!
Fastball throws him inner third, and they keep the momentum. A big play in right field by Cooper Burke, and then a strikeout by Richie Snyder.
2 hits in the inning, no runs. We'll go to the 6th, a 1-run game in your 3A championship. High school sports fans, never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS network to watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination, NFHSnetwork.com. We are high school.
Leading off for the Senators.
Well, we have had some entertaining baseball. 2 magnificent semifinal games. Both both come from behind wins, last minute situations, walk-off situation, and now this championship game.
3-4-5, Adam Passmore, Ryan Crum, and Jack Swaney to face Jake Larson. And for the first time tonight, Springfield will hit with the lead. 3 errors tonight by Prairie Ridge. 2 from Springfield.
Quick conversation on signals right here.
Well, again, you go back to that play by Cooper Burke in right field.
Magnificent.
As you said, how quickly he came up with it. Pecoraro was waving his runner all the way, and he had to because you would figure this is going to be a close play at the plate,
right.
But there was no way he could have anticipated how quickly Burke got rid of that ball.
Well, that's one of those situations as a third base coach. You're making a decision. You have to force the defense to make a play, and they did because you couldn't be betting too much on moving the ball against Richie Snyder. Had not given up too much up until that point.
Ball and a strike here to Passmore. He has a couple of hits tonight. He's the only man who did not bat for Springfield last inning. This in short right center field. Ooh, that ball came down, caught by Komar about hip high. 1 out.
First baseman number 25, Ryan Crum.
Larson picking up where he left off. Leaving off in the semifinal game, he has been successful retiring his hitters.
Ryan Crum, I think he's going to get a pretty good pass at the baseball this time.
He hasn't felt comfortable up here tonight. He didn't look comfortable in that one either.
Yeah, that was not a good swing. I know he struggled against the left-hander, but he has not been tracking the ball like he did this afternoon.
He finds the hole. Ryan Crum, the 1-out single. And shortstop Alex Malone is down.
They laid out for that ball. I don't know if a cleat caught or what, but he is definitely in a bit of pain.
He stretched all the way out for it, scooted under his glove.
Training staff trying to roll him over, and he keeps rolling back to his side. So they'll give him as much time as they need to evaluate this situation.
You know, it's a play that you see made by infielders, you know, half a dozen times a game, and this time the shortstop did not get up.
And a complete lull around this stadium. And whatever it is going to be significant enough to force changes to be made.
They are giving him time to just kind of recover himself. Just not necessarily a lot of treatment, but this will make for some interesting switches and impactful switches.
Interesting, Dylan Bremer, like, I mean, as soon as that dive was made, I mean, he called to the dugout, you know.
Malone will leave. And let's see what Glenn Pecoraro will do here.
Well, Bremer appears to be staying at third.
Now batting for the Senators, first baseman number left fielder number 23.
We can't find the number of the new shortstop. The base hit by Crum puts him down at first base. Remember, they ran for Crum in the 5th inning. Jack Swaney has struck out twice today in this game. Freshman left fielder. Larson delivers. He'll look at strike one.
Really tough numbers on the front of Prairie Ridge. It appears to be 14 for Prairie Ridge in at the shortstop position.
Backhand shortstop by, or short hop by Brock.
That would be Colton Howell, 6'3" senior, if I read that number correctly.
Outfield playing respectfully deep, well off the line in left field. That would be a long run for Gibson in left. That ball gets hit anywhere near that line.
That ball is going to continue, if it's hit that way, to go away from Gibson in left field.
Larson misses again. 3 balls and a strike. Three and two. Swaney steps right back in. Freshman looking for contact here. Larson delivers. Strike 3 called. Outside corner, he got him. Third strikeout of the night by Jack Swaney.
All three looking.
Now batting for the Senators, designated hitter number 20, Griffin Burke.
That's the first strikeout from Jake Larson. Griffin Burke will look to keep the inning going. Right there on that outside edge.
I was just going to say, living on the edge, that's, you get a lot of strikes. You can elongate that zone just a little bit more. Go another inch away, go another inch away.
Griffin Burke tonight, a couple of walks and a strikeout. He scored on the triple by Hartle last inning. I would guess Larson's going to stay right there. He'll get him on an inside pitch. Back-to-back strikeouts close out the top of the 6th inning. And Jake Larson has kept his team right there. Prairie Ridge chasing a run as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
You can't ask for much more drama than what we have experienced here today in Schaumburg, and it's carried right on into the bottom of the 6th inning here in your 3A state championship game.
We have had dozens of high-intensity pitches and plays throughout the 2 semifinal games, and then here in the championship game. Springfield trying to win their first ever state championship. Prairie Ridge, under Dave Haskins, won it in 2008. Glenn Pecoraro finished 4th a few years ago. He's trying to big home the big one here tonight. Still has 6 opportunities left.
And it is Colton Howell. He will bat for Malone. He came in to play defensively, so evidently Alex Malone still not feeling well enough to put a bat in his hands, and this first pitch is skied. Who wants it? That's going to drift into the infield, and the pitcher, Richie Snyder, will take it away for the first baseman, Ryan Crum. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting for the Wolves, catcher number 12.
Richie Snyder, he wants to do just about everything right now. He wanted that ball from the get-go, but he has been a difference maker here tonight in this championship game.
He turned the whole attitude of this stadium around.
Yeah, his 4th inning, well, he got out of the 3rd inning with a strikeout, and his 4th inning was just...
That was electric.
See you late. It was.
Owen Brock, number 3 hitter in the lineup. Sharply to the shortstop. Hartle up with it. He's going to throw in a run. Tough play. He'll throw it away. And into second base will go Brock. And there is the tying run.
Don't underestimate. I know it's only the 6th inning, but don't underestimate being the home team last at bat here tonight.
Hartle, I'm sure, wishes he had that play back in terms of how he approached that. He had to hurry. He threw that across his body, and Crum never had a chance at first. And now you put it into the hands of your cleanup hitter, Matt Porter. Ryan Gregorio running at second base. Matthew Porter tripled in 2 runs in the first inning. He struck out against Snyder in the 4th.
Matthew Porter getting his name chanted in the background. His fans, his friends love him right now, want him to do something special.
Breaking ball left high. Porter, the cleanup hitter in this lineup. And here comes Jim Steinwart. Does he stay? Well, he chases away all the other infielders. He just says, okay, catcher, Case Sparks, you come with me. I'm going to talk to Snyder. And again, as we were told earlier this week by the Hall of Fame coach, Jim Steinwert, when I go out there, I like to joke around.
Yeah,
I don't know that he's joking here. Unless he is.
I think he's trying to settle him right now. He's trying to take away the self-imposed pressure that Snyder is feeling. He's trying to have him relax, get back in his mental groove.
Conversation over. Gregorio will go back to second. He is the tying run.
Always want to leave your pitcher with either A, a positive thought, or B, a big-time challenge, an emotional challenge. One of those two. And that's basically knowing the mental part of which pitcher you're dealing with.
Big cut from Porter. He's got a piece of it.
I'll tell you what, he gets the fastball running in people's hands. They're not going to catch him on the inner part. He's got a heavy fastball.
One ball, one strike, one out. You can tell the sound in this stadium is different than it was earlier. Everybody has taken pitch by pitch and waited to see what's going to happen.
One swing of the bat will change that crescendo.
2 balls and a strike.
So now Porter's saying, okay, you just went breaking ball 1-on-1. He knows he's looking for a fastball. He actually wants a fastball either center cut or away. I just mentioned that the ball in on your hand is going to tie him up.
Boy, mano a mano right there.
Yeah, that was right down Broadway. Catch me if you can. I really respect that pitch, and I really respect the approach by Porter as he went in attack mode.
And Snyder come right back with it here on 2-2. Long look in by Snyder. And too long for Porter's liking. We'll get set again.
If you throw a breaking ball, you better bury it, because if you have a hanger here, Porter will put a charge into it.
Fastball to Hartle. He better hurry. Got him by half a step, advancing Gregorio to third. 90 feet away from a tie here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Dylan Bremer was one of those strikeout victims in the 4th.
Tim and Dylan Bremer, 17 RBIs coming into today. He can produce runs. We've seen evidence of that.
Strike one. It was Bremer with the game winner in the first semifinal today. One ball and one strike.
So once again, you have Joseph Crum playing into the cutout at third. A big hole on the left side once again.
Well, he came close to going in that one. They will likely appeal again.
Hartle at shortstop, more to the second base area. Now he's moving back that hole, which I think he probably should be at. And he's got to get depth that he can throw a guy out with his arm. He's playing really deep right now.
The 2-1 pitch. Fastball by him again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tying run at third in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runner breaks for home. And it's out of there. Snyder avoids the balk. And on the attempted steal of home, it is Snyder to Sparks for the out. And Glenn Pecoraro is having a conversation with Kevin Moore asking about a balk.
Well, I love the play in the hole on 0-2, and they sent the runner out of the windup. Was Richie Snyder. Oh my goodness, we've seen it all.
And it continues. It will continue into the 7th in a 1-run game. Stay there.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
Oh my, oh my, oh my, as I steal a line from my partner Mark Lindo. 2 strikes on Bremer. Glenn Pecoraro says, you know what, we're going to go with the straight steal, being that Snyder's been working from the windup as such as it is. And in this case, Snyder just delivered the ball as in a pitch. What a gutty call, but what a great call.
It was. I like it. I mean, you just didn't have a feel the ball was going to go in play. You had to have a pitch that was in, which it was, and down, which it was, and the tag, which it was. We still had a bang play. You had to have the presence of mind of Richie Snyder not to balk. You had a lot of things going on for a state championship game situation. What an exciting play it was.
Cooper Burke will start the top of the 7th inning against Jake Larson. He'll go after that first pitch. This should stay in play, but it will fall just short of the first baseman, Tobin, and the catcher, Brock. A lot of foul territory here, a lot of distance for those 2 players to cover. $15 runs, 17 hits, and 6 errors in this game. We've had 3 outs at home plate.
Just crazy.
Remarkably enough, 2 of those on caught stealings. Another one on a throw from right field. And quickly, Larson ahead in the count, 0-2 on Cooper Burke. And he got nicked by that pitch.
Now that one, I haven't questioned all the hit batsmen tonight, and nobody is questioning that, but that looked like it was a breaking ball that could have continued to get over home plate.
But instead, leadoff batter reaches for Hartle. 2 hits tonight, the biggest one, the 3-run triple to give his team a tie. He's up there in a bunting situation now, but he's been swinging it back great here on this Thursday in Schaumburg.
First game, first pitch was 10 a.m. this morning. Been a great long day of baseball.
Hartle takes a good cut. How'd you like to have that kind of swing as your 8-hitter in your lineup?
Yeah.
That swing is what produced that triple into the right field corner. Cooper Burke, a stolen base threat. Will call time at home plate. You know what's interesting here, too? Earlier in the game, when Prairie Ridge had that 6-run lead, they were trying pickoffs at every base. And here, when things have tightened up, they have stayed away from it.
Wants to get off the outer edge, see if he can paint him.
Boy, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, and a good job by Kevin Moore, home plate umpire, because, yes, he hit the glove, but the glove was out of the strike zone.
1-2 on Hartle. This is fouled back. I feel like in these 4 games today, I have spent more time watching runners at first base than any other 4-game series because of how much base running, how much aggressive base running, stolen base attempts there have been among these 4 teams. Foul territory for Tobin. Now back into fair territory. The out at first. They can get a double play at second, but the ball's thrown away.
Boy, they had the opportunity to get that double play. Heads up play by the second baseman, Vasey. The ball wasn't caught, hits in fair territory. He steps on first base, found the play, and then a throw to second was errant, or they would have had a tag play at second for a pop-up double play. Instead, you leave the door open.
Pitcher number 12, Joseph Crum.
All of that basically becomes a normal circumstance, a sacrifice bunt, right?
Sacrifice pop-up.
That wind was enough to push that back into fair territory. Pecoraro brings his entire infield in. Joseph Crum at the plate. He knocked in the go-ahead run in that 4-run 5th inning with a great at-bat, 2-strike approach. The ball that was probably 6 to 8 inches outside, he just stuck his bat on it, rolled it right down the first baseline, and that enabled Hartle to score from third with the 8th run of the game for Springfield.
Yeah, that was with 2 strikes, and he just literally said, I'm giving myself out. Let the ball hit the barrel, basically, is what happened.
Well, we've seen numerous pickoff plays at second base that have been part of this conversation. Now remember, you have the backup shortstop, Colton Howell, into the ballgame as Alex Malone left with an injury last inning. The runner at second is Cooper Burke. Vasey. 2 gone.
Right next to the center fielder number 8, Luke Flesner.
Luke Flesner will come to the plate. Batting for the 5th time in 7 innings. Flesner hitting over 500 for most of this season, just dipped below that mark entering in the last few games of this tournament. Take the ball in the inside corner for a strike. Short lead at second base for Burke.
Colton Howell playing way over towards second. So a big hole in that 5-6 area again, which we've mentioned many times tonight. We've seen some balls go through there, some that have not been hit really hard.
And it bounces right back to Larson. His throw to third is a little bit wide. In effect, good base running, yet a lucky break for Cooper Burke.
And I thought that ball might end up in left field, to be honest with you. Good job by the third baseman, Bremer, to keep that ball in.
Now 90 feet away. What a huge run this would be with 2 outs in the 7th. Jake Larson has done an outstanding job in the semifinals and here again in this championship game. He has not allowed a run.
Great pitching presence.
Up the middle, Flesner, good wheels. The backhand, the throw. Not until he got him.
The stage is set.
Well, each of these teams won their semifinal games in their last at bat. Is this Prairie Ridge's final at bat? We'll go to the bottom of the seventh. One-run game in your title contest.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
In its semifinal win earlier today over Washington, Prairie Ridge entered the bottom of the seventh inning down by 2. They scored 3. Here in this one, trailing by 1 for a team that has won its last 4 tournament games by 1 run.
4 consecutive one-run W's.
Dylan Bremer, he was at the plate when Gregorio was thrown out trying to steal home.
And he has one job and one job only, whichever possible way you can get on first base. Hit by a pitch, base on balls, base hit, catcher's interference, whatever it takes.
Richie Snyder still on the hill. Snyder did not strike a batter out last inning. It's the first time in the 4 innings he's pitched he did not. They're going after him. You know, there have been some really good swings on Snyder. They just haven't found contact except in 1 inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, he's gassing it up right now. He's feeling it like he was in the 4th.
He may want to throw a curveball. He's been effective with that, but he's throwing that fastball by them. That ball's hit hard. Right at the center fielder, Luke Flesner, 1 gone.
That ball was indeed, to paraphrase, a seed right at him, but toughest ball for a center fielder, one right at him. He stayed with that ball well. Good contact, good defense.
Jack Tobin will come to the plate. He has a couple of hits tonight. He has extra base power. He struck out against Snyder the last time he saw him. Every pitch.
Ball was in the glove of Sparks when Tobin finished his swing on that one. That's how late he was on that fastball.
Snyder shakes off the first sign from Sparks. Sometimes catchers will give you that sign to shake me.
Mm-hmm. Put some doubt in the batter's mind, like what's he want now?
Two balls and a strike, tying run at the plate. Winning run is on deck. What a huge pitch this is on 2-1. Again, just throwing it by these Prairie Ridge hitters.
Well, I tell you what, you can hear that glove pop.
2-2. Snyder delivers. Got him swinging. 8 strikeouts in relief for Richie Snyder.
Good old-fashioned hardball we're seeing right now.
Now batting for the Wolves, number 16, Jake Larson.
Jake Larson is the scheduled hitter. He will come back.
Now batting for the Wolves, number 18, Nick Sittner.
Nick Sittner will get his first at bat here today on Championship Thursday. What a tough road this is to face a guy who has struck out 8. Prairie Ridge fans on their feet. Strike 1. Ball and a strike to Sittner. On deck is Eric Gibson.
No need to mess around. What I mean by that is you don't need to be cute. You don't need to be savvy. Just get it up there and make the man off the bench beat you.
Strike 2. No sign to be had from third base. Strike 3 in a state championship for Springfield High. Six straight games in this state tournament, Springfield trailed. Tonight, they trailed 6-0 after 2 innings. And for the 6th straight time, Springfield comes away winners, and in this case, the Senators claim the first state baseball title in school history.
What a win it was. And I had my eyes on Jim Steinberg. He did not move for about 25, 30 seconds. He just came out of the dugout now. I don't know if he's the kind of guy that just lets his players have the fun or if he was just letting it all soak in. But resiliency with his team all year long. And then, of course, tonight through this victory. What a great championship comeback it ends up being in a day full of huge pitches and plays.
You know, I don't care how much a team can say, you know, we never give up, we never die, but you had that feeling here. Prairie Ridge was absolutely putting Springfield back on their heels, down 6-0, and you had mentioned it early. You don't have to get 6 all at once. You get a little at a time, and it went 2 runs, 4 runs, and then the job that Richie Snyder did. We talked to coaches, all 8 coaches that we're going to be announcing here this weekend, and we talk about their pitchers. Did we hear one word about Richie Snyder?
No, but you will now.
You bet.
Not at all. That's correct.
What a Thursday of baseball here in Schaumburg. Springfield here in the championship game in remarkable fashion. Comes back from a 6-run deficit, and they will claim the Class 3A state title. Your final score, Springfield 8, Prairie Ridge 7. Now, we expect you to show up once again in Joliet for our Class 4A coverage beginning at 10 a.m. on Saturday. But I'll tell you what, we've got a go-aways to match today. For our entire NFHS network crew, Josh Pellett, Gary McGowan, my partner Mark Lindo, I'm Dave Bernhard. The final once again, Springfield 8, Prairie Ridge 7, your 3A champs, the Senators from Springfield High.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we will begin the ceremony presentation of awards for our second place in-state team, the Prairie Ridge Wolves. Assistant Superintendent Jay Sargent, Principal Dr. Stephen Cook, Athletic Director Mark Gilbert, Certified Athletic Trainer Anna Nanranjo, Head Coach Glenn Pecoraro, Assistant Coach Eric Jakubowski, Assistant Coach Kevin Kazmarski, Assistant Coach Mark Czerneski. Number 2, Braden Thielander. Number 4, Ryan Gregorio. Number 5, Zach Princeton. Number 6, John Vasey. Number 9, Matthew Porter. Number 11, Dylan Bremer. Number 12, Jack Tobin. Number 14, Colton Howell. Number 15, Alex Malone. Number 16, Jake Larson. Number 18, Nick Sittner. Number 19, Eric Gibson. Number 20, Brock Owen. Number 23, Parker Swanson. Number 24, Chase Verdanczyk. Number 25, Will Kumar. Number 26, Nathan Coteras. Number 30, Grant Crevice. Number 31, Noah Schlupp. Number 33, Luke Bonds. 35, Davis Hyman. Number 37, Mason McCann. Number 43, Aiden Crevice. Number 49, Carter Walner. Number 53, Nate Lefevre. And number 54, Tyler Vasey. Congratulations to the second place in state, Prairie Ridge Wolves. And at this time, we'll begin presenting medals to the IHSA Class 3A State Champion, Springfield Senators. Director of School Support and Athletics, Jason Wynn. Principal, Lisa Leary. Certified Athletic Trainer, Karen Gregory. Head Coach, Jim Steinhardt. Assistant Coach, Tim Elliott. Assistant Coach, Brett Trumper. Assistant Coach Brady Burke, and Assistant Coach Ryan Dorr. Number 1, Mark Black. Number 2, Jacob Graham. Number 3, Ben Hurdle. Number 4, Case Sparks. Number 5, Adam Passmore. Number 6, Richie Snyder. Number 7, Ben Parker. Number 8, Luke Flessner. Number 10, Cooper Burke. Number 11, Brody Erickson. Number 12, Joseph Crum. Number 14, Caleb Rogers. Number 15, Alonzo Leach. Number 16, Joe Clint. Number 17, Nick Hennig. Number 18, Avery Pound. Number 19, Seth Impson. Number 20, Griffin Burke. Number 21, Ephraim Rivera. Number 23, Jack Swain. Number 25, Ryan Crum. And number 26, Dylan Banks. At this time, members of the IHSA staff will present Prairie Ridge with the second place in state trophy. And now members of the IHSA staff will present the Springfield High School Senators with the first place in state trophy.